Then today our session is about Proc Tabulate. Okay, coming to this Proc Tabulate. So using Proc means whatever descriptive statistics that we calculated, using Proc Tabulate also we can calculate the same descriptive statistics. But the difference between Proc means and Proc Tabulate is we can generate wide variety of tables as in wide variety of reports by using Proc Tabulate procedure. Okay, so using Proc means we are doing the calculations but we are getting it in the standard format, right? But here using Proc Tabulate, you can generate like tables. Like if you want one dimension, one dimensional table, or if you want like two dimensions, like table with two dimensions, like rows and columns. Okay, so like that we can generate wide variety of tables. So we'll make use of the same data as like proc means. So how to bring the data into SAS? The data is present in the text document. So how to bring the data into SAS that is present in text document? By using data in file and input statement, right? In file, input and run. Okay, in file, so in file, then input. And what are the different variable names? Here we have. Okay, take this variable names. Okay, id, gender, code, age group, amount, interest and balance. Run this program. So data is present in work library. Okay, now a simple proc tabulate procedure is, see, in proc tabulate we'll make use of the table statement. Okay, that is the mandatory statement. See, in table statement we'll define whatever generally in order to classify the data, like either like males and females or by any other variable. If you want to classify, do the classification, you make use of the class variable, right? And if you want to do the analysis for the specific numerical variables, we define those variables by using the var statement. Now, whatever variables that you specify either in class statement or in var statement, you define the dimension, table dimension by using the table statement. Okay. See, since it is tabulate procedure, proc tabulate for which data equals to test. Okay. Now, so here, suppose say that you want to know the count of males and females. So in this test data set, we have different variables like ID, gender, code, age group, amount, interest, and balance, right? Now, suppose we want to know like how many comes under the female count and what is the male count, okay? So which is nothing but we want to classify the data, right? We want to classify the data and want to know the count. So class, mention that particular variable here, gender. So in proc tabulate, this table statement is compulsory. Here you will define the table dimensions. So here, since it is only one variable, you'll write table gender, okay? And run. See, you are getting the count. What is the female count and what is the male count? Okay. Similarly, if you want to know like what is the code, okay, how many people comes under each code. So write here code. Here also write code. Okay. Now you run this program. See, here you are getting the gender count and here you are getting the code count. But there is no relation between this gender and code, right? Okay. So this is like males and female count. Here, how many comes and how many belongs to each code. That's what we are getting the count. If you want to define any relation between this gender and code, okay? Like suppose say you want to know for each gender value, what is the count that belongs to each code, okay, like how many females belong to each code and what is the male count that belongs to each code. In that case, generally we define the table dimension using two special characters. One is asterisk and the other one is comma. Okay, so here comma is nothing but within the same sorry, with comma is nothing but it will give you like two dimensions, row and column dimension. Asterisk is nothing but within the same dimension it will divide the values. It will give you the classification within the same dimension, either horizontal classification or vertical classification, but within the same dimension. Okay. See, suppose say that for each gender you want to like define one variable values as a row and one variable values as column, okay, in the form of table. Then make use of this comma. Okay. See, so whatever variables that you have defined before the comma, you will get it on the left side of the table, and whatever you have defined after the comma, you will get it on the right side top. Okay. In right side top, see here, females who belong to code A, females who belong to code AB, females who belong to B, belong to O. Okay. Clear?
What is N over there?
Sorry.
It is showing N under the
Yeah,
code.
and so by default, if you're not specifying what statistics that we want, by default, it will give you the count per character variables. Okay. Here, whatever two variables that we defined here, both are the character variables, right? Both
Yeah,
are character variables. So it will give you the count. Okay. Here we are not giving any specific statistic that need to be calculated, right? So that's why it is giving
yeah.
the count. Okay. Now, the next one is, now, suppose say that if you want like the total, like this row total or this column total, if you want here the total sum, you can make use of the option called all. Okay, so after the variables in table statement, define all. See, both by row and column wise, here you will be getting the total. Okay, now the next one is, now making use of the where statement. Here we have made use of the class statement, right? Now we'll say only where statement. Generally in where statement, what variables do we define? Numeric variables. So which is nothing but on which variables we want to do some specific analysis, we define that variables, numerical analysis, we define that variables in the where statement. So take any numeric variable. Here I'll take amount. Okay. And whatever variables that you specify either in class or var statement or in both class or var statement, defining table statement. Okay. See, since you are not, see, for character variables, it will give you the count. Okay, by default. For numeric variables, by default, it will give you the sum if you are not specifying what stat that need to be calculated. Okay. So by default, it will define the, give you the sum. Similarly, whatever variables that you specify here in this var statement, it will give you the sum. See? Now, suppose say that if you want to calculate this sum for male and females classified by gender values, okay, like for males and females separately, then make use of the class statement, okay, class gender. Here also you define, in table statement also you define that variable gender. So by using comma, you can classify it into two dimensions, right? Like row and column. Whatever variables that you specify before the comma, you'll get it on the left side, and here you'll get it on right side top. Okay. See, for males and for female. Female for amount variable, this is the total sum. For males, for amount variable, this is the total sum. Okay, for interest, for females, this is the total sum, and for males, this is the total sum. Okay. Now suppose say that you want to classify by both gender and code. First you define the variable in class statement and then you define it here by code. Okay. So within the same dimension it will give you the classification as like, see, here you are getting gender, right? So this will be further classified into code within the same dimension. Okay. Okay, say female code ABVO, males, this is all. Okay, amount and interest sum. Okay, now suppose if you want to calculate some specific statistics, okay, say for amount and interest you want to calculate minimum and maximum. So same by making use of the asterisk, okay, asterisk. So give here min and max. Okay, run the program. See, for amount and interest, both min and maximum values are getting calculated. Okay. So first, suppose say for amount you want to calculate mean and standard deviation, and for interest you want to calculate minimum and maximum. You can define that also. See, for amount we want to calculate mean and standard deviation, right? So give here mean and standard deviation. For interest you want to calculate mean and max. Okay. Clear till this part? Three of you, Pranita, Supriya, Kavita?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Now the next one is, yes. Now just tell me if I put comma here, okay, and if I put asterisk here, then how we will be getting the result? What variable will be classified by what variable? I mean, like what stat will be like amount when it is calculating statistics per amount, by how many variables it will get classified, and when it is calculating statistics per interest, by how many variables it will get classified. No. See, whatever data that you have before the comma, you'll get it on the left side of the table, right? So gender, it will be classified. So this amount and interest will be classified by gender, okay? That is for sure. And after comma, whatever is there, you will get it on the right side top. So code, amount, this part. Amount will be further classified by code, okay? Where for interest you will be getting the statistics classified by gender, and for amount you will get the statistics classified by both gender and code. See, see, code for B and O. Okay, it is calculating both mean and standard deviation. Okay, see for interest, it is we are getting the statistics just classified by gender. Clear? So now you clearly understood the significance of comma and asterisk in Proc Tabulate. Hello?
Yeah, Pavani. Maybe when we practice, it will be more
Yeah,
into the heads.
exactly, exactly. Okay. Okay. Now controlling the output. Coming to this, here it is visible. I'll just put again. Now suppose say that if you want to control this format, say like to 1 decimal or to 2 decimals or to 3 decimals, okay, to uniform format if you want to control this result, then make use of the format option in Proc Tabulate. Format equals to, so if you write here 6.0, the total width is 6 and after decimals there are no values. So you will get only the integer part. Okay, see. So if you want with 1 decimal, then define it like um, So here see 6 is nothing but the total width including the decimal point and whatever values that you have after the decimals. Okay, nothing but the now and whatever you define after this point, that is nothing but the count of values that need to be placed after the decimal. Okay, so here this is the total width and this is nothing but the count of digits that need to be placed after decimal in the result. Okay, now the next one is, suppose if you want to control the box size, okay, this table size, if you want to control, make use of the option RTS. RTS equals to, you can give any constant number, okay, like 15, 18, 16, whatever constant number that you want to give, you can give. That is used to control the table size. Okay, see, got the reference now. So if you keep increasing, the table size will be increased. Okay, see, from here to here, the difference. RTS. The next one is, suppose say that if you want like the total here, okay, like summary here, then you make use of the option all. Okay, see, you are getting the total here. See, total here all is nothing but total as in the summary. Here you are calculating the mean, right? So here it will give you, this is nothing but the mean of all these values. Okay, here you are calculating standard deviation, no? So this 1003 is nothing but the standard deviation of all these results. Okay, so this 2 is nothing but minimum of all these values, the minimum value among all these values. Max is nothing but the maximum value among all these values. Okay, now so suppose say that if you want to specify this text all with some other text, okay, replace this all with some other text, make use of the option statement key label. Okay, key label all equals to whatever name that you want to give, you can give, say like stat summary. Okay, run this program, see. Okay, so like this you can change it by making use of the option key label. Okay, now the next one is, suppose say that if you want to fill this box with some text, okay, fill this empty box with some text, make use of the option called box. Okay, box equals to, give any specific name. Okay, start calculation. Okay, clear. So clear with Proc Tabulate? Yes. Uh, no.